Hi, I'm Marna. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I heard a really, really great quote, and I wish I knew who to attribute it to originally. You only are afraid when you know you have something to lose and you cannot see what it is you will gain. Now that shook me, because there have been so many times in my life when I have held back from doing things because I was afraid of how I'd be perceived. I was afraid I would lose my reputation. I was afraid people would look at me and say I was crazy. And let's face it, a lot of the things that we talk about now sounded crazy 20 years ago. I let my fears limit me. And now I am making an effort not to do that. I'm still afraid. I am still terrified that people are going to show up and put me in that nice white coat that makes you hug yourself and carry me off. But I've also been in those places before. And when I have been in those places, when I have been institutionalized for dealing with the depression that came from sublimating my true self, I met some of the most incredible people. I met the kindest people. I met the most accepting people. I met the people who were most authentically feeling the world. And because they were that open, because they were that caring, because they were that loving, because they did not shield themselves from the damages of the 3D world, they needed to be in a safer space. I think that's something that our society has made mistakes with for a long time. You see, the people who are open and honest and truly feeling themselves and being their authentic selves and speaking their truth, those are the people who tend to get told that they're crazy. They're the people who tend to get ignored. They're the people who are told that they don't understand what the true values of society are. If you look at what the components of a spell are, and yes, there's a reason I'm doing this. If you look at the components of a spell, the way you make a spell work is you use your words to harness the energies around you, to shape those energies into a specific form, to bring about a desired result. That's the simple version. You've heard me talk about the quantum mechanics of it before. I don't need to go into all that again. You're using your energy, shaped by your words, to control the energy around you. The thing is, that doesn't just happen when you are working on casting a spell. That doesn't just happen when you intend it to. The words you use shape the energy around you 24/7. The words you choose to use controls what happens around you all the time. Most of us just don't realize it. When you are speaking your truth, when you are living your authentic self, when you are taking your power and saying to the world, this is me, this is who I am, this is my authentic self, you're making yourself very vulnerable. You are stepping outside of the norm, but you are also claiming that energy. You are integrating that energy more firmly into you. The more you speak your truth, the more your truth becomes you. And that's something that we need to hear more often. There are far too many of us who live our entire lives afraid to speak our truth. There are far too many of us who are afraid of what we have to lose if we are seen for who we truly are. We are afraid because we see what we have to lose and we do not yet see what our gains will be. The more you speak your authentic truth, the more you will gain in ways you did not anticipate. The more you speak your authentic truth, the more you claim that power, the more you will rise within yourself, the more you will become who you are truly meant to be. And as you move forward into your authentic self, the universe moves into alignment. You are aligning yourself with what the universe had planned for you. You are aligning yourself with who you are truly meant to be, with who your soul cries out for. And in that alignment is the true power to shape the world. I know it sounds esoteric. It is esoteric, let's face it. I'm talking about spells, I'm talking about energy manipulation. I'm talking about you no longer being afraid to claim who you truly are. And yes, the things that do not serve you will fall out of your life. You will lose friends. You may lose family members. But you gain yourself. And that is worth moving out of those energies that are simply holding you back from being who you are truly meant to be. What is your fear holding you back from? What do you gain when you let go of that fear of what you have to lose? I'm Marna, and thank you for joining me.